So we're a couple weeks into the SaaS-pocalypse where Salesforce, HubSpot, Monday.com, the giants that were supposed to democratize business software are suddenly looking mortal. But here's what no one's telling you about. This is not the end of SaaS as the markets are reacting like. It is a realignment. And if you're a small or mid-market company, you're about to have more power than you've ever had. Let me paint you a picture. And this isn't hypothetical anymore. This is this week. $1 trillion. That's how much software stocks have lost. They're calling it Software-mageddon. Salesforce down 5%, ServiceNow down 7%, Microsoft taking hits. Routers had its worst single-day drop in history. And what triggered it? A Claude Cowork plugin that could do legal research. That's it. One AI feature, and investors finally saw the writing on the wall. AI went from, this is useful, but I can't quite figure out how to use it, to knowledge is no longer a moat. Meanwhile, in China, ByteDance just dropped Seedance 2.0, an AI video model so good it's recreating Hollywood movies. Tom Cruise fighting Brad Pitt, full scenes. People are saying it's the next DeepSeek moment. The headlines aren't clickbait anymore. The SaaS bubble has burst. Software-mageddon, the end of cloud software. It's dramatic. It's scary if you're running a business that depends on these tools or if you're an investor. And here's the thing, this time, parts of it are actually true. Here's what's really going on. Large SaaS isn't dying, it's getting married to the Fortune 500. Salesforce isn't going anywhere for enterprises. Microsoft is tightening its grip on enterprise contracts. Oracle, SAP, these platforms are becoming infrastructure for big business as they've always been. The trillion-dollar sell-off isn't about these companies disappearing. It's about the market finally realizing the infinite growth story is over. Code is cheap. Full secure infrastructures and pipelines for enterprises still is not cheap. Jensen Huang said something recently. AI replacing software is the most illogical thing in the world. And look, I get why he say that, and he's got some good points. When you're selling the chips that power everything, it doesn't matter who wins. SaaS thrives, you win. AI solutions take over, you win. He's the arms dealer who doesn't care who's shooting. But here's what Jensen isn't seeing from his tower. The ground level. The 25-person construction company paying enterprise prices for software built for the big guys. The startup whose sales team hates their CRM because it's designed for a company 100x their size. The hedge funds are rotating out of tech because they see what's coming. For those businesses, AI isn't replacing software. It's liberating them from software that was never built for them in the first place. So here's the thing. That marriage between enterprise SaaS and big business comes with a price tag. And that price isn't just money, it's flexibility, customization, and control. When you're a 50,000 person organization, you can afford $2 million on a Salesforce implementation. You have teams to manage the complexity. You can negotiate, you have leverage. But if you're a 20-person company trying to track your pipeline, that same enterprise solution is overkill. You're paying per seat for features you'll never use. You're force-fitting your unique processes into someone else's rigid framework. And every time you need a simple customization, you're either stuck or you're paying a consultant $200 an hour to build you a workaround. This is what people are calling the SaaS-pocalypse. But it's not an apocalypse. It's an unbundling. The one-size-fits-all era is ending, and in its place are options, real options that actually fit how small and mid-market companies work. Here's where it gets interesting. While everyone's mourning the death of SaaS, there's a quiet revolution happening. AI-powered custom solutions and automation agencies are eating right now. Let me give you 3 real-world examples, sanitized for confidentiality, but 100% real. Company paying thousands per month for Salesforce. Team hated it. It was overkill. So we replaced it with a custom sales portal integrated with their project management software. And we're coming for that too. Total cost, fraction of the annual Salesforce build, time to build, 4 to 6 weeks. And here's the kicker. The sales team actually uses it now because it was built for how they work, not for Salesforce's process, right? And we got a construction company that was looking at Procore, industry standard, powerful platform, but $100 per user per month for a company with 50 field workers, that's $60K a year. We built them a custom field ops platform tailored to their specific workflows. Now, part of this is me plugging my business, but another part of it is like, this is what's possible. Here's another example. NYC contractor drowning in Microsoft licensing costs. Enterprise email, Office 365, whole suite, migrated them to Google Workspace because that's what they wanted, integrated Slack for team communication, and built custom tools for the gaps. They're saving 5 figures annually, and their team is moving faster than ever. Notice the pattern? These aren't worse solutions than the SaaS giants. They're just fit for them. This is what the SaaS-pocalypse narrative misses. It's not that software is dying. It's that code is cheap. And when you're paying for seats to use software, you can now have a dedicated person on your team managing the software to match what you actually do. Small and mid-market businesses are realizing they have a choice. Keep paying for enterprise software or build exactly what you need. For the first time, option B is actually feasible and affordable and fast. So what does it mean for you? Well, most of the people that come to my channel, you guys are small or mid-market businesses. And like right now is your moment. You're no longer stuck with a Salesforce or a HubSpot or a Monday.com bill. Like you don't need to be. The tools to build custom solutions exist, and you can implement them in your team. The expertise is available. Vibe coding can get you that far, right? And the economics also make sense. The SaaS-pocalypse isn't the end of software. It's the end of settling. It's the end of paying for 90% of features you don't use. It's the end of force-fitting your business into someone else's box. Large SaaS will continue to dominate the enterprise. That marriage is permanent. But for everyone else, the divorce papers are filed and you're free to date whoever actually fits your preference. If you're paying for software that doesn't quite fit, that your team complains about, that costs more every year while delivering less value, it's time to ask a different question. Not what's the best CRM, but what do we actually need to run our business? Not what's everyone else using, but what would work perfectly for us. The tools exist, the expertise exists, and now, finally, the market exists. The SaaS-pocalypse, for big business maybe, but for you, this is freedom. Peace.